Hey Trey, second night of a back-to-back for y'all, also kind of banged up, so really an 8-man rotation. But how big was it for you guys to get Gallo back, and also the way he played tonight?
Yeah, it was very important. Back-to-backs in this league is tough. And then also they're trying to put a lot of the games back at the end with the makeup game. So we've had a lot of back-to-backs here recently. So anytime we can get a guy back, especially Gallo, what he brings is good for our team.
How happy are you with the way you guys have been able to take care of home court? I think it's actually in January, since mid-January, it's 11 of 12 that y'all have won at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's been important for us to be able to catch back up into these standings. Um, but I mean, those 10 straight that we lost is definitely going to hurt us. If we could go back and do a little bit better, I think we would. So, but yeah, recently we've been playing really well at home. We got to keep it going.
What did you know that you needed to do at the end of that third quarter? It was actually like a 14-0 run, just you for the final 2.5 minutes of the third.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just wanted to be more aggressive. I saw that Kristaps was more in the drop coverage, and I was telling our big man to set the screen, and I knew I was going to be able to come off and get a clean look at the three, and it's something that I've worked on. It's something I can still get better at. And I'm not too comfortable at it. I don't do it a lot, but I knew I was going to have that shot, and I was able to hit a couple of them.
Trae, the TV broadcast caught an exchange with you and the ref when you kind of were, like, you have a problem with me. Was that a unique experience? Have you had that before? Was that kind of thing happening?
I mean, it's a couple guys with striped shirts that it's kind of like offensive, or they take certain things offensive when they talk to me. And I mean, he came towards me with a certain type of attitude, and it was kind of weird. And his teammates were kind of talking to me and talking about the two other guys with stripes. And we just had a good conversation. Those other guys, I mean, it was good dialogue. I'm starting to get better with talking to some of these refs, but some of these guys, it gets too personal. And I thought there was a personal moment right there. I don't think it's ever personal fully, but I think it's a personal moment right there. And I think it just needed to be addressed.
With tonight being the final regular season home game, what's kind of the conversation in the locker room of making sure this isn't the final home game of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a lot that needs to be said. I think we all kind of know what the deal is, and we know where we are. We know what we need to do and take care of business. So I think we all had that mindset that this is our last home game.
Hey Trey, so this season the Hawks have seen a lot of success against the top teams in the NBA. However, they've somewhat struggled against the lower end teams in the league. How do you plan to rally the team to maintain this high level of play we've seen on the court against, your remaining opponents leading into the play-in tournament and hopefully the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think it's definitely something that you want to look at. It's kind of weird. We play a little bit better against the better teams in this league and kind of struggle. And when you look at the seedings, there's certain levels of certain teams, but it's part of basketball. Everybody in this league is good, and I think those teams that are really good, they all have that same mindset every night. They're going to go out there and take care of business. And I think sometimes we've had moments where we've kind of played to our competition and to the level of our competition. I feel like we're very talented on this side. So I think it's just having that same mindset. And we've been having a great mindset going into each game in these last couple of weeks. So we just have to keep it going and just stay locked in.
Trae, fan appreciation night here. Just how important have the fans been in your success on your home court this season?
I mean, very important. Very important. Whenever they're loud and they're cheering, it just gives us an extra boost. And I mean, everywhere you go, I mean, it's definitely tougher to play on the road, and for that reason, for the fans. And when our fans are with us, we're definitely a tough team to play.
Like you mentioned, headed out on the road now tomorrow. How do you continue this momentum going into Miami and Houston?
Yeah, I mean, Miami's obviously the 1 seed. I mean, I don't know if they've clinched it or they're looking to do it, but I know both teams are looking to end the regular season on a good note, and we just got to go in there locked in and be ready to play.
Resting at the beginning of the second quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. That means you're out there pretty much any time a team gets in the bonus.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit those threes late in the third quarter, did that kind of feel like there was going to change the way that they were guarding you, so you could kind of use the bonus to your advantage there?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know we're in the bonus, and I mean, when teams are guys are always going to try to be physical with me, just because my physical nature. I'm smaller than everybody in this league, so they're going to try to be physical with me. And so it's my job to kind of use that to my advantage. And if I hit a couple shots, more than likely they're going to be up and more physical. So I just have to read it and just make the right decision, and just kind of use that physicality that they bring, and they think is going to stop me to my advantage.
First Zoom question goes to J.R. McHenry.
Yo, Trae, I talked to your man, Chris Crutchfield, this week on my show. Tell me what Crutch meant to you personally and professionally, my brother.
Coach Crutch is, I mean, been one of my first biggest supporters. Known him since I was in middle school. His two sons played with me, both in high school. And he obviously coached me at OU, and he's just been one of my biggest supporters. I'm so happy he got his first head coaching job at Nebraska Omaha coming up this year, and his at the D1 level. It's gonna be exciting to watch it. I'm gonna be following for sure.
Yeah, he spoke real highly of you on my show, brother. He loves him Ice Trae Young for sure.
Appreciate that.
No doubt.
Final Zoom question goes to, or we'll go to Crystal Saltos and then Jonathan Simmons.
Hey, Trae, great game, great win, first of all. As a leader of this group, how responsible you feel to set the tone and make your energy contagious to the whole team?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, how responsible you feel to set the tone as a leader of this group and make your energy contagious to the whole team?
Yeah, I mean, it's very important. I mean, I got to come out. I don't think I did a great job on the defensive end coming out. Thomas had a great start, obviously 9 points in the first half. And I was telling my teammates how much I was going to be more aggressive. And it was my job to really set the tone on the defensive end, and everybody was playing great. And I kind of had to pick my level of game up. So it was a great win for us, but it's very important that I set the tone for our team.
Final question goes to Jonathan Simmons. You're muted, Jonathan.
Bingo. All right, yeah, Trae, first of all, congratulations on being named Player of the Week again. And what I noticed tonight, and I don't know if this is something you guys are going to continue to do, it looks like it was almost like watching a prize fighter. You hit guys with a lot of body punches and then the knockout punch. It seemed like the first half, you were basically a facilitator, really got all your teammates involved. The ball was moving very crisply. And then just when you needed to take it up another notch, you kind of took over. Can we see more of that? Or are we going to expect to see more of that going forward into the playoffs?
I mean, I try to do that every night. I try to come in early and just try to set my teammates up and get everybody involved. But also, I just try to make the right read. Some nights defenses are going to allow me to score and try to stop the others. And it's my job to pick them apart until they switch it up. And it's more about just reading the defense. It's not necessarily one or the other, because then you're too everybody knows what you're doing, and you can read off it easy. So I'm not that type of point guard that's going to make one decision and stick to it. So each night is going to be different. It's depending on what the defense brings. Tonight they were in a box and one. So, I mean, it's obviously I got to get my teammates involved if they're boxing one of me. And it's just different teams bring different challenges, and it's my job to make the right read.